Okay, so what were we up to? I know. We were up to having to tack on more to this thing. And just how we're going to tackle that, I'm not too sure. We will figure it out soon. So what I'd like to do then is just going to run through the mix again. All right, so that's the practice. Let's get it a little bit longer. All right, so about here is where things go pear-shaped. So we're going to make a cut about. Actually, let's back it up a little bit and find a decent place to cut the tape. Yeah, 70s vibes. Thank you. Yeah, that's definitely, absolutely what this place is trying to emulate. Very much 70s. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're going to find a decent place to cut maybe just before things go pear-shaped, but I'm thinking let's try and find a decent measure to where we can get to that. So maybe back it up about here. What we can do, because the drums are actually drums are not too bad. It's just, yeah, everything just kind of collided with itself. And oh no, that's a real kit. This is a Pearl export from, yeah, just your basic Pearl export, Chinese export. But it has hydraulic heads, nice Evans hydraulic heads, and the moon gel. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate anybody who can actually play drums. I can play a little bit, probably just enough to save my life and to kind of keep time with things. But anybody who's a proper drummer, mad respect. But yeah, I really like this kit. I've taken a lot of care in voicing it to where I'm happy with it, and as far as EQ goes and things like that, I was really going for Steely Dan's Gaucho drums. Steve Gadd pretty much wanted to get that exactly like Steve's drums on there. Wendell. So yeah. I think it's okay. It's pretty close. It does it for me. You know, the hydraulic heads. You know, I've taken all the reso heads off the bottom of the toms and also the kick as well. And it's just been a long time trying to figure out the drum sound, and that's quintessential to things at the moment. But yeah, thanks for that. All right, so I think we're gonna make this cut here. Leave the drums as they are, but I think everything else can be rectified. Just going to cut there. Yeah, Steve Gadd, he's the man. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Asia, absolutely. And yeah, that sound really nicely carried over in the Gaucho as well. And one of those things, like everybody, you know, I think the thing that gets me nowadays, and look, you know, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I cannot stand compression, or at least the way that compression is used nowadays. You know, I think to myself, because really nothing on this channel is compressed. Honestly, like the kick, there's no compression going on there. On the channel, we've got, if we have a look down here, I was playing around with the compressor earlier to try and get the kick to behave, but what I realized was I had the microphone right up close to the beater, and I was getting this whomp sound, which was horrible. So I'm very much a firm believer in trying to take everything back to the source if something's not working, and try and get it right. But yeah, the drums are about the only thing compressed on here is the I've got a mix bus, and it's going into a multipressor. So basically, it's taking care of the entire spectrum, um, and it's really only there to kind of adjust levels. It's not really doing like compression. Yeah. Favorite drum sound is low compression, stuff like John Bonham, Dave Grohl. Yeah, because and you're right. And look, I'm a firm believer in with anything. I mean, I'm not really a drummer per se. Like, I mean, I can drum, but I believe that you know if the musician is good enough, and if the intent is there, and if the what is it? If the overall context of the instrumentation is there and it's serving its purpose, like that, this is why I appreciate, I really appreciate Nick Mason's drumming. It's basic, but it works. The drumming was there to serve the music, and that's really very how much I and partly that's too because I'm not a great drummer. Like, I mean, if I was a lot more advanced, I'd probably maybe think a little bit differently. But honestly, Nick Mason, he's the man too. And just letting the percussion serve the music and laying that solid foundation. So. But yeah, so what was it doing? We've got this multipressor here taking care of that. So, but yeah, clean sound, and maybe further down the track when we start mastering, just put a maybe very, very, very light compression on things to just, overall as the whole mix. But yeah, John Bonham, Dave Grohl, they got the power to push through, and. It's all brought back to the mic. So anyway, let's make this cut. I think I've already made it. So let's see what's happening now. And right away, the Hammond organ is way too loud. Let's bring that down even more. Yeah, mixing low. Very much in the habit of trying to get things right with these four, and I've come from trying to, do this stuff in mastering and post and everything else, and it's just, it never really works that way. If I can kind of get it to where there's kind of the seed of this sounding decent in a low volume, then I'll just, I'll raise it in the master, but that's never mixing too high. But so where does this go pear-shaped? Probably about here. Let me have a look. Oh, no, hang on. Let's pull it back. Yeah, so about there. Yeah, lead heavy guitar track. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, David Gilmour style, absolutely. That's what it needs, and this is what I love about this kind of stuff, because like this mix, it sounds like just nice and clean, and everything's kind of separated, good separation, and but then you can have that one thing, like you're saying, like the lead guitar, and just have it just just punching through and just being able to just kind of fill up that space a bit, and it's justified then, you know, because everything else is tame. We've got this one thing that's just like, bam, you know, peeling right through and going to town. And consequently, speaking of David Gilmour, it's kind of like, you know, if you hear off the About Face album, his About Face album, if you've ever heard that, there's a track on there. What is it? Near the End. That's a great song off that track, and that kind of does that. You know, it's the same kind of very clean, for the most part, uncompressed mix, and then you've got this guitar that just, you know, comes from acoustic and then fades into this electric thing. It's really great. Good ad-lib leads. Yeah, that's right. And it's got to sit just right, you know, like same thing with Steely Dan. Like I always refer back to some of these songs, like Third World Man from the Gaucho album. That guitar break in Third World Man is just like perfect. You know, everything just, it's like, you know, the drums are like fantastic, and then everything's sparkling clean, and then just, you know, I'm not even sure who did. I don't think it was Walter Becker that did that solo. I'm not even sure. He could have been, or it could have been Jeff Baxter. But getting him to just, you know, right at the right time, it just sits beautifully there. And yeah, and that was all done in one take. Yeah, Third World Man. Yep. Yeah. It's a great song. And you know, even live, it's off the live album they did, and Book of Liars as well. That's another great track that was off of Walter Becker's solo album, and there's a great solo on that too. But yeah, there's something about that solo off Third World Man. It's one of the great, and it's not even like a guitar solo. It's like a guitar break. The whole thing just kind of breaks into this. Anyway, it's good. It's all good stuff. Yeah, and I'm kind of conscientious when I record these things too. It's like I want to try and get it, you know, decent. Even though, I mean, they used Wendell to record the drums on that thing. Some of it, anyway. Some of it was programmed. But yeah, it's a great album. So yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I'm kind of in two worlds with it. Like, I mean, I like really nice, open, clean, dynamic mixes. But then I have this other side where, you know, I really dig Slayer. You know, I just love. But mind you, like, you know, whoever was mixing Slayer for Slayer and mastering for Slayer, they did a great fucking job anyway. But there's a lot of, you know, and Slayer's great. And even the early stuff. But, you know, Disciple, that album just blows my mind. Yeah, Pantera. I've not really heard that much Pantera, actually. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know. It's like, you know, you'll get these people like myself, like, you know, I love and appreciate jazz and stuff, and you know, early progressive rock and things like that. But you know, some of these metal bands, man, it's like there's this extreme that's just like, yeah, you know, I wish I could just get into that and do that. But the minute that I try to start playing fast, I totally spaz out. So I'm kind of hopeless. Yeah. So let's figure out where we went wrong here. Something's happening here. So the bass is okay. The bass is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Let's pull this back here. Let's see what the hell's going on. I'm going to pull back down the. Let's see. I think we can leave the bass until that point. Dimebag and Vinny, yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's what's missing too from a lot of new metal. You know, these things are just too perfect. And honestly, there's so much quantizing and shit that happens in the studios nowadays. It's like you know, if you solo any of these performances, like you're saying, like with Dimebag, it's like you will get these performances, you know, you get these really, you know, like you say, you get that feeling put into every performance. But nowadays, it's like there's a lot of people who go into studio, and it's, you know, how long that, you know, you'll get them asking you, how long is it going to take you to straighten out my guitar, or how long is it going to take you to, you know, put a sample on my kick and then, you know, fix all this shit. And, you know, I was in that position about probably, I think about 10 years back. I had a band approach me one time, and because I was actually really heavy into just trying to master things, and, you know, I put a business card out there, but I kind of took one look at it, and it was like, look, what you're doing is you're taking the whole heart and soul out of stuff by doing that. I don't do that, you know. Give a performance, and, you know, don't give perfection. Yeah. It needs a bit more punch. And what I do is at this stage, everything is, it's more or less trying to get things as clear as possible. And there are so many people, like, I've been guilty of it myself. I've come into the studio, I'm like, okay, let's pop a compressor on this bass. And by the time I do that, it starts masking other frequencies and things, and, you know, coming out of its place. And I then start having to doctor other things. And so I'm kind of just like, let's get all these things to play together nicely. Let's get our, you know, let's get our drum and bass to play together nicely. And then we're going to start looking at the strengths and weaknesses on things. And honestly, it's to the stage now where I don't want to work with any more than 4 or 5 tracks, to be honest. We've got the drums. That's really the only multi thing that's happening here. The drums really. What I would love to be able to do is I'd love to be able to analog sum these drums from a mixer and going into just a stereo track. But the problem is with that is they would need individual outputs from another interface coming from, you know, the plugins, and that's you know, if you don't have outboard gear, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, direct. Yeah. Well, you can't really beat modelers either. I mean, they're so damn good now. They really are. Axe Effects, Fractal Audio. Oh my gosh. I had one not long ago. It was the Moore GE300. I had for all my guitar stuff. And let me tell you, like, that thing, you know, scary close to these amps. And no one's going to know. You know, you get, what's that guy, Spectre Audio. He's got a lot of great info and things, and sometimes he, you know, sometimes he says stuff I don't really agree with in particular, but honestly, there's such a finite difference when it really comes right down to it, and there's a whole argument about that stuff, and I won't get into that, but Yeah, I mean, if you've got amps, it's cool, but who's got the space, you know? And with the way that electricity is nowadays, I don't know where you are, but here in Australia, cost of electricity is insane. Um, so, I'm quite fine. Uh, Sitting here on Logic, this program, this is Logic Pro 10, and it's got some great amp models on it. And if you can dial it in, if you know what your reference sound is doing, you can kind of get close and close enough, and in the context too, it works out really good. Yeah, yep, California. Yeah, there's apparently the East Coast is it's still very much music oriented. Myself, I'm from Asheville, North Carolina, and it's very very heavily music oriented out there. But the other thing too, though, is like there's so many people doing the same kind of sounding stuff, and I think to myself, you know, I'm kind of very left field, um, kind of resurrecting, very just a very early prog, where you listen to some of these albums and it's just like uh, some things just sound thin, and you might get one thing that comes over the mix that just like, oh, there's the punch that comes in, like here's the bass that's coming in, and that kind of just salvages the whole thing. There's kind of a charm to that, and I want to kind of go for that imperfection type thing. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've been in Australia for about 20 years, so it's a bit mixed and mangled. Yeah, but I'm just lucky that I have the time to sit here and do this stuff, and I've got the ability to do what I'm doing. But the other thing too is I kind of do these. I do these live streams for two reasons. Number one, um, it's a kind of a reference point for me to sit here and go, okay, well, this is where I'm up to now. This is what I've done, and just like I made that cut there a minute ago. So I don't get lost. I don't get lost in what I'm doing, and I don't come up here without a purpose. But the other thing too is there's kind of this subconscious fear about AI, and people going, well, you didn't record that, you didn't do that. Well, no, I didn't. Everybody can see what I'm doing. We're going track for track, doing, we got the Hammond organ, we got another synth, we got a Roland synth up there, we got a piano, drums, and there's a guitar floating around somewhere, and there's a bass here, so that's the other thing. So, but yeah, um, yeah, it's a good thing to do. It's one of those things. If I didn't have music, I would be completely lost. And yeah, very very important thing. And it's a language. It spans and connects and things, and it's just, where would we be without music? Completely lost. So let's how can we salvage this recording? All right, so where did this go wrong? About here. Let's try that. Now it wants to loop, so I've got to pull down from the bottom. Yeah, so are you in a band? Like, do you record your own stuff? Let's try and get this at the cutoff point here. Let's see. Yeah, same here. Like, I used to be in a Christian band. I used to be. I did a few gigs here as well in Australia, and things never really. I think I'm too much of a control freak, so I just kind of gave up. And then I was doing busking for a while, so I think my busking days are over. Yeah, yep. And that's honestly, it's to the stage now. I think early 2000s there was still kind of the mystique. We were at the tail end of the whole music mystique thing, and anybody who had a studio or home studio, early 2000s, I'm talking, you were still like, wow, and you could still kind of make a decent living, like renting your studio out and shit like that. But nowadays, just everybody, even if you don't have a computer, people just do it on their phones. It's insane. Yeah, yeah, Florida. But if there's ever a technological breakdown, and the internet crashes, or it's like this big solar flare that wipes out shit, people are going to get back to, well, it's going to be like folk music, because all we're going to have is like stringed instruments, and we'll have drums will be fine. Cover bands in Florida make a 2K set. Yeah, that's pretty damn decent. Where does the money come from? That's what I want to know, though. Like, how do they do that? It's got to pull in the crowds, though. I think that's what it is. If you get a band that can really pull in the crowds, and you got it. Yeah, yep, yep. Elderly, retired types paying big bucks. Yeah, and they will, and see, there's a market as well. Old white people, yep, yeah. I would be one of them, because there's these cover bands that they've got now that, like, Pink Floyd cover bands. That I haven't seen one here in Australia. There's they're called what is it? The Brothers Down Under, which is it's an Allman Brothers cover band. And I was thinking, wow, that's pretty damn cool. Like, I'm thinking, this is like primarily American music, um, and Aussies love Allman Brothers, because it's primarily country. It's not country, but it's like country rock, you know. But then, I asked somebody, like, well, do you know the Ozark Mountain Daredevils? One of my favorite bands ever, which is also what I kind of emulate, trying to emulate this sound, get it as close to as I can. Um, Nobody knows who the Ozark Mountain Daredevils are. Um, but yeah, uh, Gulf of America, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you would, going to different states. I would imagine you would run into people that go like, well, we don't like that kind of music here. Like, for instance, like in North Carolina, at least some of the more rural North Carolina. Um, Hang on a minute. All right, let's see who this is.
thought somebody was pulling up out the front of my house.
Okay, so 12-foot Ninja. Doesn't Buckethead play in that? Yeah, all good. Yeah, sometimes I freak out because I see people slowing down out there, and I kind of check on it from now and again. All right, so how are we gonna do that? We got this cut here now. Let's pull it up there. I was thinking Buckethead was in that. I don't know why, but then I'm thinking like Buckethead's like nearly 12 foot or something. Like he's really tall. I'm thinking, is this the band? Why does my head make that connection? Obviously not. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll have to give him a listen. I'm really picky about metal. Like unless, there's these unless they are either extreme metal, like I'm talking like to me, it's gonna sound silly, but I think Slayer is on the extremist end of the spectrum. Even though there's brutal death metal, there's like full on other genres that are just go crazy. I think the heart and soul aspect, Slayer's got it, and for me, that's like they're the best. And it kind of points out that I don't have a very broad understanding of metal. I just think Slayer's the one. Yeah, music theory. I never really got into Dream Theater though. I don't know why. I mean, Jordan Rudess is in Dream Theater. I'm thinking, like he's, technically one of the greatest keyboardists of our time, but I don't know. It's technical perfection disinterests me. I don't know why. To the point of, we can do so many. What is it? We can do so many time signatures in 5 seconds. It's like fuck. Where's the meaning of it all? Yeah. Carnival, never heard of them. Yeah, I'm not a Tool fan. I never could. After I heard Learn to Swim over and over in high school, I was just like, what is this shit? But probably, again, another unpopular opinion. Now, let's see about this loop here. I think if we cut it there, we might be able to type in a little bit more. And then where does this loop end? This type end. I'm referring to Logic Pro as type. That's the way I want to treat a DAW from now on. I don't want to think of it as a sequencer, because I don't sequence things. Like I don't copy and paste and do all that. The only copy and pasting I'll do is if, like for instance here, if I know that I can start from that point and splice the tape and then record from there. Yeah, I'll check that out. I don't know why I thought the Buckethead was in the band. I have these things happen. Okay, so that's where that ends. That's where I stopped playing. Anyway, so what can we do? The problem is we have to get this extended. And I'm thinking the drums probably fuck up later on too. So we got to figure out where they fuck up. How's my drumming? I'm pretty lame on the drums, but I just figure I'm not going for the world record, you know. I just want something that's going to flow and maybe have some little moments here and there. Yeah, I should plug in the Fender Strat. So we fucked up right there. Hang on. That's a bit of a sloppy thing. But I'm thinking, what do you reckon if I just fade that out? If I fade that out right there, maybe nobody's going to notice. Yeah, that would be nice. My Strat, or my guitar that I'm using at the moment, it actually, the neck pickup is screwed. I have to get a new loaded pick guard for it. So anyway, I think the bass, or at least the drums are going to be okay for now. Yeah, 4 count fills. See, I'm good for about 1 count, and then after that, I fuck up, and then my foot doesn't want to land properly in time, and then I get rigid. Yeah, one of those things. I am not somebody with natural rhythm. Unfortunately, I wasn't gifted with natural rhythm. Piano was my first instrument, and then I moved on to guitar at about probably 15, or maybe a little bit younger than that. But drums are something that only kind of recently, maybe within the last 10 years, I picked up. And they just, you know, I recommend to anybody, you got to start on drums. I have a friend in the States. His name is Josh Marbury, and he's the greatest drummer alive, as far as I'm concerned. My gosh, the stuff that this guy is capable of is just insane. His band is Dust. It's called Dust Sculptures, and just unbelievable stuff. And phenomenal drummer. I mean, I put him right up there with Phil Collins, Joey Jordison, all those. You know, he's top tier. And I recorded some songs with him, and yeah, he, you know, I mean, I'm fairly proficient at keyboard, and he just kept up with every single note, and it was just like, wow, what a great experience. Yeah, Dust Sculptures. I'll type it in here. Yeah, and Full Metal Hippies and a few other bands in California. Hey, that's pretty cool. Let's find some Full Metal Hippies. Which song is it? We'll play this while I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about this song. About how I'm going to tack on the rest of this music. Born Miserable. All right, here we go. What is it? Is that an ode to a Full Metal Jacket? The name. I am in a world of shit. Yeah, cool. All right, here we go. Here's Born Miserable by Full Metal Hippies. I think it'll play. Let me see if it'll play. Will it play? Is that playing? I can't hear it. No, it's not. Now hang on. I can't tell if that's playing because I don't have a browser open. Did that play? Did you hear that? I might have to add a new thing here on OBS. Let's add a new thing. A source. Okay, hang on. How do we do that? Oh, you could hear it. Why can't I see the I can't see the digital readout on the meter? Oh, okay, it's quiet. Okay, let's turn that. Let's crank that motherfucker. Hang on. Here we go. All right. Hey, nice. Hey, nice. Nice. Let's see if we play to that. I can't do it. Fuck. Nice. Sounds good. Nice. Yeah, I appreciate it. And again, like, that is fucking awesome drumming, by the way. But the mix is nice and clean. And, it's like, yeah, the care was taken into, let's get this thing coherent. We can actually hear what's, like, even being, said in the song. I think there's so many bands like they just let's just get this fucking thing like so completely whacked out that nobody can fucking make shit heads or tails of what. But everything is nice and clean, and it's the good kind of clean. It's not like it's not like sparkling. It's got the edge to it, but it's there. Yeah, that's freaking nice. What else we got from Full Metal Hippies? Let's have a look. I'm gonna play. Let's see. Hey, this is cool. Crushing. Official music video. Fuck yeah! Nice. Yeah, no click. Damn right. Just get in there and fucking just go at it. Absolutely. I wanna fucking play that. I can't fucking do it. Let's Steve Gaddify this. Oh. That's so cool. Nice. Fuck yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Shit yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's fucking awesome. You go in there and it's just like, yeah, let's just do this. We're pissed off. Let's fucking, we're gonna get on the drums and make it happen. Now, my question to you: have you heard of a band called what are they called? Okay, Pigs. The Pig 7, basically. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play a track from the Pig 7, and they have the same approach. There's no meter. Oh, you gotta hear this band. See now I'm on a metal rant today. We're moving away from the 70s. We're gonna play. And KXRP did the mixing for this, and it's just, you got to hear this. How do we? Now, hang on a minute. Are you hearing the audio coming over the headphones? Or are you coming it from? Are you hearing it from? Is it somehow traveling through OBS? I think it's just coming over the headphones. Let's make a new thing here. Oh no, that's cool. I'm kind of yeah. We're this. Let's have a look here. Let's find audio input capture, or is that what it is? So audio output capture, which should be this one. Okay, yeah. So we'll fix that. Hang on a second. So we want that coming through black hole output here, and let's see. Okay, Yeah, this. Come on now. We got. Now let's find this. Pigs. Live. KEXP. That's what they did. But this, yeah, any band that takes that approach, where it's just let's get in there and just make this shit happen. It's the best. Let's see if this actually works through OBS here. And I'm gonna jam some more. I'm gonna jam some more of your stuff over the OBS if we get it fixed up. Yeah, they're an awesome band. I'd like to go and see them, but I don't think they'll come to Australia. But yeah, if you can go into the studio, this is what I always advocate for. People just going in, you record it, and you're there with very much intent to just get it done. It's like how do we fix this? Yeah, it's like me. I'll sit up here and I go into this stage of where I want to record something, and I'm just, I'm coming into the studio with just this idea that I want to just do a long production and not have any intent behind it. But like you say, when you go in and you're pissed off and you're just like, let's fucking get this done, let's get this shit recorded, and then you give a great performance. It's like that. It's like you get the best result. But there's so many bands nowadays who are just like, they don't want to put in the time or the effort. And but then too, like me, I don't have a lot of time constraints, and that kind of plagues me a little bit, because I go, well, I've got a lot of time to do this, so I don't have these external pressures going, well, we got a deadline, and that's one thing I do miss about being in a band. You kind of have these moments where everybody's kind of got their own stuff to do, and you can't all go in at once sometimes, and you've got to do it when you can, which makes for a great result. Yeah, that's if you lock in the drums, and that's like with me. I really want to get to the stage of where I'm at least proficient enough at what I'm doing to lay a solid foundation. It's taken me forever to realize that too. Drums, everything has to start with the drums. Honestly, even if I get an inspiration like on a few set of chords or whatever, and it all has to translate back to the drums, and the drums has to have really the final say what happens. So what I generally do is I sit here. I don't know if you do this or anybody else does this, but I'll sit here and I'll think about, I'll imagine the song as I'm drumming. Okay, maybe we need to do a little break here, and then maybe go into a slightly different part. So it's like I'm playing the song on the piano with the drums. But yeah, let's play some more. Let's play some more Full Metal Hippies.
Hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not
Yeah,
punched.
drums first, drum fills, yeah. I'm still relatively new to all things myself. Yeah, that's fucking cool. Sometimes I think to myself as well. I think to myself like there's some of these things that I do in the studio, and if I had the means by which to, I think to myself like there's some of these things that I do in the studio. I got this echo coming from over there. This stupid echo. But yeah, no. I think to myself, if I could be anywhere near that level of percussion, I would be doing pretty good. I tried to do double kick once, but I only have a single pedal, so I still don't know if I'm able to do it. But man, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Let's try Doomsday Death Cult. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I want to do it. I want to too relaxed. I might even need to Now that's remarkable. You did that on a Roland TD kit. I had no idea. That's remarkable. You did that on a Roland TD kit. I used to have one of those. I used to have a TDK, or not TDK. I used to have a TD11, or maybe it was a TDK11. I can't remember. But if you could pull that off with an electronic kit, man, that's fucking amazing. Man, yeah. You guys would like. What if you went to like Sweden? I don't know. Like, do you ever think about like maybe like touring outside of the U.S.? Like, if you went to, like I said, said fuck it, let's go to Sweden, and just. But then again, Sweden's kind of screwed up at the moment. But that's like apparently like a really great place to be. But man, yeah, your sound is fucking incredible. And it's inventive too, like, it doesn't stagnate. You get a lot of these especially metal drummers, like they want to stay, like how many blast beats can I hold for like an entire fucking minute? But this is like you're all over the place, but it works. And you're like, okay, let's not stick on one thing for too long. Let's vary this stuff up. And the guitar as well. That ties in beautifully too. Like there's like this upcycle thing happening. And it's not just like doom. It's like I can hear there's like a bit of, I don't know if what you call it, like 80s positivity, but there's something, it's not positive. It's like, I don't know how you would say it. It's like, there's kind of this like, there's like a trickster kind of thing happening with all that. It makes it fun. It's just like, it sounds fun. Yeah. Let's play a couple more. And, might jump back on this edit. Let's have a look. All right, so we have played Into the Grave. What has happened to my what's happened to my YouTube? Yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't know what to do with you guys. Like, if you guys came to the studio out here, I'd be like, fuck, what do I do? Like, how do I set these guys up? How do I mic them? How do I, we got the kit here. It's got a single pedal, and I've got a bass guitar. There is a guitar somewhere. How that would work? Yeah. Well, that's a good working. That's a good working brothership that you got then, because me and my brother used to play bass, and he was pretty good. Like he had this like synth pedal that went with his bass guitar, and sadly my brother passed away on the 21st of December, which is pretty fucked up. But I always thought, like, if he would have just stuck with the bass, like what would he be doing now? Which is kind of crazy, but yeah, that's right. Well, that's the best kind of thing, like, it's like you've got the whole Eddie Van Halen type thing going, or the Van Halen type thing. Very strong. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. What do we got here? We got all right, we're gonna play Ding Dong. What is this? Let it come down here and then come up. It's one of those times I just go, fuck. Yeah, yeah. That's fucking. Hang on, I gotta turn it down here.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Yeah. No, I'm just. It's a fucking crime that you guys are not like all over fucking. I don't even know what, because like there's the internet, there's the media, but there's fucking like that sound is just fucking epic. It's like and it's unique too. It's not typecast. Like I can hear elements of like there's some kind of and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm hearing there's an element of Slipknot there. I'm hearing kind of not psychosocial, but something, but it just is it's fucking unique. I like it. I really like it, and it's ill. It just has this thing where it's not static. There's a lot of metal that's just has a static sort of feel to it, but that's nice. Things that and this is the thing too. It keeps there's an interestingness about it because things aren't. It's not repetitive. It's got a pattern, but it's like it works, man. That's freaking nice. Yeah, Static X. Oh god, I remember Static X. But yeah, Slipknot. I had the privilege of seeing them in 2004 live. Believe it or not, at Ozfest in North Carolina, and I went with some friends, and basically we were. It was crazy. Like we were standing. Like there's the mosh pit behind us and stuff and all that crazy shit. This fucking water was $8 for a cup, for a little fucking cup of, and a bottle of water was like $16. I kid you not. And this is 2004, mind you, but we're so like jam packed in this place. We're nearly passing out because it's like in July, and we're like, the body heat from everybody around is just like pressing, and you're just like, what the fuck are we gonna do? But then Slipknot came out, and they were, I think they opened with Eyeless, and or maybe it was Sick. I can't remember if it was Sick or Eyeless, but people just went fucking ape shit, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, fuck me, like what have I gotten myself into? Because you got to remember too, I was just, I'm coming from my mom's house. I'm like, barely 16, and listening to like all the mom shit, which was early pop records and generally, pleasant sounding stuff. Anyway, this is kind of like my intro to metal, but I totally loved it, and it was just great. But yeah, it's one of those things. Oh man, Joey was a force of nature. Let me tell you, it's. I mean, even the many, or at least to my knowledge, the few replacements that they've had, there's something there with Joey, and it I don't think it'll ever come back. Those days are gone. You started drums at 12. Dad was a drummer, played in 80s bands. Yeah, man, it's always good to have that as backup. Coming from that place too. And have you got kids of your own? Like, or are you planning to have kids? Because if you pass on that knowledge, your musical family. I was actually really the only one musical. My brother was kind of musical, but nobody else before me had talent. So, but if you come from talent, it's a good connection to have, man. Yeah, Slipknot. I never really heard much Lamb of God. Maybe I did, but I just maybe I didn't. Static X. Yeah, I'm trying to find this CD that I used to have. It's called. What the fuck was it? I think I even got it from the show. It had a compilation of like Static X, and then there was obviously Slipknot and yeah. Dumb story. But I'm trying to find the CD. I'm all over the place trying to find the CD. All right, so Ding Dong is fucking awesome. Great song, excellent. Now, did I play K-Hole? Shadow Zone. Static X Shadow Zone. I'm not familiar. The only Static, I'll tell you, I'm so stupid. The only Static X song I remember is it's like the most well-known Static X song. I see it, oh I need it. I see it, oh I need it. I'm a fucking idiot. K-Hole. All right, playing K-Hole. Yep. Full Metal Hippies, K-Hole. I'm gonna turn it up over here. I'm trying to sound like a weird Texas here. Yeah, and that's what rock should be about. It's risk taking. You know, there's so many. Fuck, I'm gonna turn it down over here. That's what rock should be about. It's risk. it's risky, and it's like, but it works. You know, you're taking the listener somewhere else, and yeah, a lot of things nowadays, you don't get people taking risks, and it's sad, but that's like proper, man. Yeah, fucking cool. All right, so what have we played and haven't we played? Man, I don't know what 100 to 200 people would look like for me. That's pretty fucking good. But man, look, honestly, so if you guys are still at it, you can turn that into 1,000 people. It's going to happen. And you know the shit thing, though? The shit thing is like when you have to start, like, I mean, do you have people like making bookings or anything like that? Like, or do you guys just handle all that in the band? K-Hole, Ding Dong, Doomsday, Death Cult, Crushing. Yeah. Well, it's honestly, it's the best way to really do it. I mean, did we play Downstem? Yeah. Yeah, everything gets corporatized, and yeah, it's a bit of a rot. Let me tell you. Hang on, did we play Downstem? I'm going to play Downstem. Yeah. Yeah. See, you got the theatrics happening there too. You got this nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
See,
You got the theatrics happening. You got this nice subtle thing happening in the intro, and then it just goes wide open, and then it closes back again. And there again, it's the risk taking that's present, and it works. And I'll tell you something else too about that. Like some of my music, I've recorded some songs in the past where I've tried to kind of emulate. No, not every single song, but like there's like it's a fine line when you're making like a storyline or something for someone to follow. It is so hard to like get them to like engage with it. But like is that the one track? Is that like the one down? Like, is it kind of like the only down tempo song that you have on there? Like more of like a cooling down track? Yeah. It's a risky thing to do. Like, I mean, I remember, what was it when, what show did I see? And they were doing this cool down thing, and some asshole got up from some asshole got up from the crowd and just started like booing these people down. And it's like you don't fucking get it. If you're connected to the music already, not everything can be fucking totally powerful all the time. You got to mellow the fuck back. Or what does power mean? Like what if we're just like powerful all the time, then what does it mean? It becomes meaningless. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, thanks. And I enjoyed listening. Full Metal Hippies. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm now subscribed. Yeah, well, listen, you take care, and yeah, I enjoyed the music, and yeah, I hope to see you again. Thanks for the chat, and I'm gonna see if I can get some stuff done on this edit. But yeah, and I might need to get myself a double kick pedal and try some double kick stuff. I'm inspired. Cool, man. All right, rock out. Thanks for coming by. Thank you. I feel strange going back to my kind of sappy sound after listening to this awesome metal. I do. I'm thinking, hang on. Maybe I should put in some fills. I should probably put in some fills. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, that's a fucking awesome band. Alrighty. That shits me though. Like, I mean, honestly, you get a great fucking band like Full Metal Hippies, and why aren't these guys fucking world famous? Like, I put these guys up there with the Pink Seven, right? there is, you know, there is nothing to be desired there, like with, you know, with the sound. It's just there. It's in your face. It's aggressive, but it's fucking clean. It's good, you know. And yeah, bands that understand that importance of that, they should be put over the top of any of this. It's not watered down either. Like the, you know, the lyrics are meaningful. They're not watered down. They're not woke. You know, it's in your face, but they're inventive as well. So these bands nowadays, it kind of gives me hope, you know. So this was released on 2023, in 2023. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. All right, so let's see what we can do to this track. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, 4 or 5 bars left on this drums. I feel slightly dwarfed now with my drumming. All right, let's try and put some bass on here. All right, so what are we up to? Oh, okay, I remember now. See, I can't even remember what I was doing. Oh, I remember now, okay. I think I can do that for the rest of the thing. Okay, let's try that. Oh, shit. What am I doing? Okay, So we got that far. I think it's going to be okay. Let's just pull this back here. Aha. There we go. All right, maybe we can make something of this now. So let's go back on the piano now. In there too. Hang on, we're not finished. I thought there was less to that, but there's actually more. And that's where that ends. Okay, okay. I can live with that, you know, and honestly, at this point, because we can get so wrapped up in trying to get things perfect, we have to at some point say to ourselves, well, there's more now to life than sitting here trying to get it perfect, so let's accept the work we've done here and go, okay. That's okay, because we're not professional session musicians. We are Josh Swan. Okay, we have limited ability in some areas, and the power comes in accepting our limitations. We say, okay, this bass track is good enough, let's move on, and we're going to keep it. Nothing has to be perfect, and let's do it. Let's get on to the piano now. Ah, shit. What am I doing? Ah! You bastard. It took me all the way back to the first part of the track. Let's scroll back here. Alright, here we go. We're going to drop in right here. Ah! Or we thought we were. We thought we were. Let's undo the recording. Ah! We nearly had it. We're getting all jazzy. What happens when we get jazzy? We fuck it up. Sometimes I enjoy doing drop-in recordings, and then sometimes it just irks me. And folks, I think that has got it. For the piano at least. I'm going to let that tail. It is enough. I just asked myself that. Way back in the past. Recording. Alright, so let's listen back from that stanza. Got a slight problem there. This is the trouble. I really don't have time to go back and re-record the entire thing. So let's come in here and let's go. Okay, maybe there. There we go. That's better. I like the jazzy kind of fade out. And our drums are okay, but there's some hiccupy bits in there, and it's because I'm not really a great drummer. Let's just gonna re-listen now. Actually, I'll tell you what we're actually gonna do. As I'm going to get on here and I'm going to re-record the Hammond organ, or at least whack another track next to it because and just mute the first one because I think it needs some attention. The Hammond organ needs some attention, so needs some sprucing up. Let me grab the Alright, so what we want to do, because the Hammond organ, it's working, but what we'd like to do is maybe just have a fresh take on it, because a few of the registries on some of the chords were maybe coming up a little bit too hot, so put our water down there. Alright, so what's the opening? Let's have a listen to the opening. So okay, there we go. So we're in the right spot with that. Now, because we want to be able to hear it, I wonder if there's a way to freeze the track and All right, let's do this. Let's duplicate the track. Duplicate settings. Boom. All right, let's try and slight this fucker now. Here we go. Hold on. Ah. Undo recording. We got to make sure we're recording just on the Hammond organ. Ah, we missed our cue. Missed our damn cue. All right, try it again. Here we go. Ah! Bastard. Alright, let's get back to where we were. How did that jump all the way down there? I have no idea. Delete. Okay, now. Don't fuck it up again. Here we go. No, I don't like it. We need a convincing palm wipe down the bottom. Not a fucked up one. Ah! Bastard. Do it. Get up on it. Come on now. And no, that's not the take. That is not the take. We're close, but we're not quite there yet. Ah, wrong chord. Not focused at all. How hard can it be? It can be pretty hard. Nailing this, getting it right. Ah! I don't know where to land. All right. Now, I like that part so much. There's a few flubs in the beginning, but honestly, it's got the energy. Let's keep the energy, and let's listen back to it. So. You know what? I could do better than that. The flubbiness doesn't really resonate with me. Hello, user BM6QD7OV2V. Very unique name. All right, let's try this again. Ah, we nearly had it, but we flubbed. We flubbed because we're trying to hit it too hard. All right, let's do it. No. Let's just keep going until we get it. Okay, so now that we've come to this spot, let's hear it back. Strong opening. Very good. Now, that sounds good, but there was one fatal flaw that occurred I'm not happy with, so we might start from the verse. Close. Using logic. Yeah, which is essentially the same thing, just a glorified version of GarageBand. Or maybe GarageBand is just a diminished version of Logic. Good, good eye. Okay, so we need to restart from... Yeah, probably from the first verse. So let's move back here. And let's keep that tail happening about to there. And let's do a little fade because we really don't want to. We don't want to do hack and slash. We don't want to have this thing too crazy. We might just drop in here. Nice to just have the piano and the bass running. Right, and so that started out good, but again, as it is, we just got to keep it subtle. Okay. Okay, so we're getting there. Now, again, we want to make that Hammond just kind of sit there inconspicuous for a minute. And then as the drums take off, we want to bring it more out. So let's try with that. We're just kind of introducing. So we know the Hammond organ is coming in. Damn it. Let's get back to where we were. So about here. Okay. Yeah. Now that would have been fine if I hadn't messed up the chord. Kind of just reintroducing the Hammond. That's what we're doing. Okay. So about there. No. So no articulation just yet. We're just doing chords. Remember, inconspicuous. What went wrong there? We just weren't feeling it. Now we missed our cue. Try it again. Trouble is, it's kind of hard to hear that Hammond. It's hard to hear for a reason, but you got to kind of be mindful. And not too articulate either. So I like how that started. I didn't like how it ended. Right, so we nearly got it. Subtlety. Subtlety is the key. All right. All right, here we go. No, not happening. So let's keep going until we get it. Ah, missed a cue. You got to remember too, you have to be so careful instrumentation at this stage because it can severely affect how the interplay happens with the vocals. So I tend to actually favor the beginning of that. So let's have a listen. All right, so here is where we're just going to do a splice because that was such a nice take, and we're going to get into the top register here. And probably let's do that. And then get back into the normal chords. Okay, so try it again because we did a slight little flub there. And let's just have the Fast Leslie ready for when we peel back into it. So damn it. It's hard to jump back from here onto this thing. Aha. There's an anomaly here, so let's take it back to the beginning. Okay, so in this case, then we pop down here. Undo whatever the hell we did there. I don't know what we did there. And it's maybe we just we can just get rid of nope. I noticed something. The I've got a bit of a clip here, okay? And I don't know if anybody can see that, but there's a clip. We're clipping on the tom, on tom 1. I have no idea how that happened. I have clip-proofed everything. I don't know how the fuck that happened. So we're going to deep clip it. We're going to take our... This is one of the things that really you want to try and fix before it gets any further in your process. So let's come up here and let's go to region. I wonder how that happened. Alright, so that no longer should be clipping. Ah, there we go. I think maybe we just take out the Hammond for that part. That sounds nice, actually, without the Hammond. It sounds good with or without the Hammond, but maybe this can be kind of an intimate point here lyrically, so we can just maybe leave the Hammond off for a while and bring it back in. Because it's really, at this stage, it's about making as much impact as possible. And if we can kill this fucking mosquito, we're going to be doing a lot better. Which we did. I'm going to mute that part. I even hear like a saxophone. so let's fix this little fade in here. Grab our fade tool and go, all right. That's fine. Ah, yeah, fucked it up. All right, we'll try getting back onto the Hammond, and we will record that, re-record that part. Okay. All right, here we go. From here. A little bit too janky. So let's cool it down a little bit. Honestly, too much happening. It gets too busy. Too much. All right. Still. Ah! Okay. Ah. Yeah, okay, that was actually pretty fun. I like that take. Let's listen back to where we started. Maybe this is what I'm enjoying. Let's listen. Okay, so we want to head in that direction slowly. All right, let's take that back because we're not quite there yet. Okay, so we can't forget that part, obviously. Here we go. You know what? I'm actually favoring the chords part over this, so let's try that. Tone it down just slightly. Dun, dun. Nearly. We'll get there. We'll get there. Ah, I'm starting to lose my place now. All right, let's do this. Ah, so the piano does something specific there that's kind of, if I don't gel with it, we're gonna have a problem. So. Aha. So we're doing a step down for the first part. There we go. Now, I like that so much, I'm going to keep that first part, and now we can go crazy. So let's take this split point here and we'll move it into place. About there. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's drop in really quick. 2, 3, go. Ah, fuck. Drop in to nothing. Okay. 2, 1, go. All right, what was that? We did it. All right. Very cool, very cool. I'm actually quite happy with that. Now let's find our split point and boom. And now I'm so happy with that. We're just gonna listen back to the whole track. So here we go. Gotta mess it up for everybody. Going back now would pay my soul away. Now, I just noticed something that I want to change. But I'll get back to it. Testing one, test. Is that even... Logic was turned off. This is pretty stupid. Didn't realize that. Logic was turned off. This is pretty stupid. Didn't realize that. Debating on whether I should fade out or keep that. But let's change this little thing that I was wanting to change, obviously. We need to change the thing I wanted to change, so I don't know why this thing is so squashed. Let's come up here. All right, so that's our microphone. God, this thing can be really confusing at times. So desktop audio, this needs to go. We need to get rid of that one. We need to just delete desktop audio, hide it, delete it. All right, and now we have audio output capture. Get rid of that one too. So how do you actually get rid of it? Yeah. What is this? So we need that one. We don't need this one. I'm going to remove that. Yes, remove it. Okay, I think we're back to normal now. Let's have a quick listen. Try and hit these lyrics now. I think I'm done with the Hammond for the night, so we'll turn that off, and that should be totally fine. For some reason, this is wanting to cause a spike. I don't know why that keeps doing that. We'll figure it out. All right. So that's the practice. All right, here we go. Let's get it a little bit. Here we go. We'll try to. All right. Oh, wait. See, we're recording over the damn Hammond again. We don't want a nightmare to happen here. We want to actually try and get it done. So let's... Here we go. Now it's too low. Hammond is too low. What keeps happening here? I don't get it. Now it's too low. All right, we'll try there. Testing on test. Okay. A pop filter came out. Oh well.
I'd come home, but I know you won't be there. Never in a million years would I've thought you'd up and leave this place. Going back now would break my soul in ways. How strange it all would be. Just how much could I take from your empty house full of memories? Grime of good old days, some ancient mysteries. I'll go look for you time and time again, but you won't be here message failed to send. Hey, your garden's overgrown, putting out its final yield. The grass and weeds are knee-high now, the hiss of a summer field. Somewhere in these woods we'd run along and play through green dark meadows in sunny streams of day. Okay. I turn to speak to you, but I know you won't be there. Can barely keep from crying now, but then why should I care? The thing you've gone and done, how you left me here to carry on forever. Yeah, hang on, you were supposed to be the one. Forever here, young and strong. There's another break, okay. It's kind of a mock vocal. It's not really doing it for me. Now nothing's making sense, still can't accept the truth. Everything feels so unreal, though I stand amidst the proof. So I tell you that I love you, smile through all the tears. I call out to the house you left. I don't know, but you don't hear a thing. Fuck it up. Now we can either put a solo here or finish the song. And then we kick back into the other one. Shadows growing long, I'm walking to my car. The silence rages on, I still don't know where you are. I'd like to call you sometime, know I'd like to make amends, but I don't know where you are. But I know you won't be there. The message failed to send. No, I think that's what we'll do. And we'll fix that kick at the end. But let's give another crack at this and maybe turn the lead vocal down because it's a little bit overpowering everything else. All right, here we go. And try to put forth some more feeling. Only problem, it is 11 o'clock, so we'll I think that's what we'll do. And luckily it worked out. Luckily. I'd come home, but I know you won't be there. Never in a million years would I have thought that you'd leave this place. Going back now would break my soul in ways. How strange it all would be, and just how much could I take from this empty house full of memories? The grime of good old days, some ancient mysteries. I'll go look for you time and time again, but you won't be here. The message failed to send. Hey, I turned to speak to you.
No. Wrong fucking lyric. Ah, damn it. I skipped ahead. You know what? I like that so much that we're going to stop it there. We're going to run back.
The grime of good old days, some ancient mysteries. I'll go look for you time and time again, but you won't be here. The message failed to send.
Alright, we're picking up.
The garden's overgrown, putting out its final yield. The grass and weeds are knee-high now in the hiss of the summer field. Somewhere in these woods we'd run along and play through green, dark, murky hollows and sunny streams of day.
Part needs a bit of work.
I turn to speak to you, but I know you won't be there. Can barely keep from crying now. Then why should I care? The thing you've gone and done, how you left me here to carry on. We're supposed to be the one, forever here, forever strong.
Bit of a weird timing on that, but it actually works pretty well. Here's the guitar break.
Now nothing's making sense, still can't escape the truth. Everything feels so unreal, though I stand amidst the proof. So I tell you that I love you, and I smile through tears that steam. I call out to the house you left, but you don't hear a thing. message failed to send.
Okay, that part needs working out, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of ready. Yeah, I feel like it's sort of ready. So let's just say that kind of does it for tonight. Let's just listen back again, just one time. Try to put forth some more feeling. Only problem, it is 11 o'clock, so we'll. But I think that's what we'll do. And luckily, it worked out. Luckily.
I'd come home, but I know you won't be there. Never in a million years would I have thought that you'd leave this place. Going back now would break my soul in ways. How strange it all would be, and just how much could I take from this empty house full of memories, the grime of good old days, some ancient mysteries. I'll go look for you time and time again, but you won't be here. The message failed to send.
Alright, we're picking up.
The garden's overgrown, putting out its final yield. The grass and weeds are knee-high now in the hiss of the summer field. Somewhere in these woods we'd run along and play through green, dark, murky hollows in sunny streams of day.
Part needs a bit of work.
Turn to speak to you, but I know you won't be there. Can barely keep from crying now, then why should I care? The thing you've gone and done, how you left me here to carry on. We're supposed to be the one, forever here, forever strong.
Bit of a weird timing on that, but it actually works pretty well. Here's the guitar break.
Now nothing's making sense, still can't escape the truth. Everything feels so unreal, though I stand amidst the proof. So I tell you that I love you, and I smile through tears that sting. I call out to the house you left, but you don't which trail to send.
Okay, that part needs working out, but okay. So that about sums it up. I think probably the last part. What I'm hearing lyrically, what probably needs to happen is we need to do a chorus thing. So probably just have some harmonies happening, really. And the harmonies can do that one set of lyrics, and then in between that, I will write some new lyrics to kind of come down the middle, to kind of juxtapose what's happening, because I think that'll be quite interesting. And I've done that historically throughout these recordings on the earlier tracks on the album, so I think that'll tie in very nicely. Some of the lyrics need to be adjusted very slightly, but I think it's flowing pretty well. I'm actually not I'm not hating it. Some of the energy needs to be built up a little bit more here and there, but on the whole, it's actually turning out really good. And if we kind of just keep at this a little bit every day, I would say maybe by the end of about 2 weeks we'll have the track finished and ready to be put out, and we're gonna do the music video. We might even just do a little memorial for Jason with it too. But that's pretty good. This was time well spent in the studio, and I'm finding these live streams to be very helpful for me in doing this. So I might just try to continue doing them. And we're not getting too sidetracked either, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm quite happy about that. So. All right, thank you everybody who's tuned in tonight, and this concludes this particular live stream, and I hope to see you all soon again. Thank you.